year 2041, the Great Trade Wars began. For 28 years, the North American continent was racked by a series of brutal wars. But as terrible as it was only the beginning. For light years away in the cold abyss of space, another enemy was gathering its forces. The first stage of the attack was in the form of thousands upon thousands of pods. They were the harbinger, beginning of the end. Unlike anything we'd seen before, this alien infection could convert anything it came into contact with. The pods converted everything into mindless machine. These converts had no purpose but to destroy or convert still others. And there was nothing we could do. What little defense we had was crushed almost overnight. The few remaining scientists, like myself, were brought together to attempt to learn what the pod's weaknesses might be.
Dr. Bowen,
Yes.
It's in the tube.
It's unopened.
Yes, it appears to be a malfunction.
Of all the pods that had rained down on our world, it was the only one that hadn't opened.
I've never seen anything like it before. It's seemingly organic.
If we could just find a weakness.
Let's begin with an in vivo crystallization.
I'll alert Dr. Cortez.
Fine, thank you.
Miranda. She was my only daughter and all I had left in a dying world. I thought she would be safe with me.
Dad, why do they have to use mice for the experiments?
And yet, I had sealed both our fates by bringing her to that dangerous place.
I love you.
I was powerless. The plague had infected Miranda too. Miranda was only partially converted. Part of her was still somehow human. I'm going to do everything I can. But time was running out. The plague had come to claim its own. As I struggled to help Miranda, I could only wonder, would she be a harbinger of destruction or our salvation?
Jax, we have an urgent situation that demands your attention.
What's the problem, Gemini?
We have a breakout at the Special Forces Maximum Security Facility. A group of highly dangerous superhuman criminals has escaped the compound and are at large. The list of escaped prisoners is as follows. No-Face, Tazia, Jarek, and Trimmer. They apparently are hiding out in an abandoned warehouse on the south side of town. There's something else you should know. The prisoners received help from an outside source.
It has to be Kano.
You guessed it.
Gemini, tell operations ETA 60 seconds to the warehouse. Inform Lieutenant Sanchez not to infiltrate the warehouse until my arrival.
Affirmative. Oh, wait, hold up, Jax. I have a transmission coming in from Lieutenant Sanchez. I'll patch it through.
Jax, we have just arrived at the location and we are awaiting your orders. Wait a minute. What the? It's a trap. Let's get that. Kano, you're gonna pay for this.
Thousands of years ago, the Earth was devastated by a battle between the gods. It was a war between good and evil. A war that would decide the fate of the world and plunge it into centuries of darkness. Now, the war is in danger of being fought once again. Only one mortal can stop it.
Oh, Dennis, how many times have I told you?
But, look what I found.
I hope for you it's not another rat. Dennis?
I swear it's not. Look!
It better not be. Now, let's see. What is this? Oh, look at the little puppy. Gucci, Gucci. What a cute little devil. It's too bad we're going to have to cut it into teeny weeny little pieces. In the name of science, of course. Ah! You sinful brain! That was my last blade. I hope you understand what this means.
Well, all right, all right. Oh no, not again!
Blades. I need to get blades for my scalpel. Now wait here, little cabbage.
Master, come up here quick!
A wave of fear washes out over the city as unidentified terrorists continue to abduct innocent victims. Some witnesses describe these criminals as mutant vegetables. AIA agents claim it could very well be another outburst of collective paranoia, similar to the one in 1957, concerning the now legendary Jersey Devil. Also in the Jersey area, police are still searching for the evil Dr. Narf, the mad scientist.
Something went wrong with the preparation of my body. My brain aches, as if there's something deep inside it trying to overpower me. I must fight back against this terrible pain and the weakness in my limbs. And there are things here. I can't think. I want to destroy this place, to stop them creating more things. They're gonna help me. There must be a power core here, surely.
Let's hear from Ted Victor, who's in Washington. Ted, what's the latest on the China Sea conflict?
Sally, it's looking very grave indeed. We've been shown more satellite evidence of Chinese nuclear deployments off the coast of Taiwan. I have to say, these pictures don't leave much room for argument.
Thank you, Ted. The president warned tonight that unless Chinese submarines were withdrawn immediately from the area, the response would be, and I quote, devastating.
Now, John Colt, you are going to tell me everything about your mission. We will start at the beginning with Alpha.
Alpha?
Yes. Remember, start at the beginning.
The beginning. Think back. I was betrayed. But who? Why? Where did it begin? I was on a beach. First leave I'd had in years. Then Alpha called.
There's an agent missing, an American. I know that we should let the Americans look for him, but they need our help. It's your friend, Kiefer. I'm sorry, John. He was undercover in Volgia, wrecking a uranium mine. They lost contact. The CIA are convinced he's alive. They want us to find him and get him out. You'll be back on a beach in no time. I promise.
Tell me about Volgia.
Volgia. Officially, a peace-loving state tucked between China and the old Soviet Empire. Unofficially, a very nasty place indeed. Ethnic cleansing, concentration camps, and, of course, a resistance movement. The VFF, run by your contact, a charming gentleman named Gregor Kostov. You'll know him by his bad breath and worse habits.
24 hours later, I'm taking a breakfast meeting with Kostov himself outside a dodgy uranium mine. Alpha's intelligence on Kostov was spot on.
This is the place.
Thanks, Kostov.
If you need help English, you ask me.
It is said, when chaos reigned long ago, a cloaked man appeared and began walking the ravaged earth. This man, now named the Wanderer, carried with him a book that contained great and boundless secrets. After the Wanderer's arrival, civilization flourished, and the clans raised flags bearing his symbol of unity. Peace reigned for many years throughout the land. The Wanderer, believing that his peaceful teachings were concluded, gathered the clan together, transformed his book, and disappeared. The clan members' shock expired as quickly as the Wanderer's word, and the clans returned to their brutal practices. Pandemonium ruled the Bloodland as unity and alliance were substituted with greed and malevolence. Complete annihilation was inevitable. In the midst of one of the most bloody battles, a blinding flash suddenly suspended all warfare. In the center of this explosive light stood the cloaked figure of a woman. All were stunned as the woman held the almost forgotten symbol of unity high for all to see. It was then that the clan leaders were gathered and instructed to present their invaluable scrolls. Those who were present at this gathering have related a strange tale filled with inexplicable power. A tale that is only concluded when the woman magically turned the scrolls into inscripted swords. This woman is Sin.
Let the grand tournament begin.
And preparation for the grand tournament began as the contestants were ready for combat. Each fought to the death until only one was triumphant. This champion rose to Sin's temple to claim his right to rule the Bloodland. He was never again to be seen. Sin has not been seen for decades. Only a distant glowing light from her temple betrays her presence. The weapons of Trinity await a new champion. The time for a grand tournament has arrived.
After weeks spent battling the monster, we have finally managed to destroy Dracula, but at a terrible price. Quincy lies dying at our feet. All we can do is be with him as he slips into oblivion. Mina is saved, yes, but for how long? The vampire's blood runs in her veins. Though the marks on her neck have disappeared, who knows whether they will reappear or not one day? True, we all saw Dracula disappear, yet not one of us can say for certain whether we have actually defeated the fiend. Too early, Angel. I'm not dead yet.
Not yet, but it looks like you're going to die soon.
Maybe. But you'll have to pardon me while I tend to some unfinished business first.
Business? What can you possibly accomplish in your condition? You can't even hold your gun steady.
Well, no, unless I try. That thing's not gonna die unless I shoot it 2 or 3 times. Damn it! Here, use this.
What devil that? Oh, man. We shouldn't have let him go.
Shut up, Peter. They were civilians, not rebels. You keep making noise, the command will
Did you
live.
see the shell casings? That wasn't a rebel ambush. Commander ordered the Metron unit to take out our train.
Fire. They just stepped into the wrong line.
Friendly fire. Commander tried to waste us and letting the skags go. Man, done it now. We'll be fragged for sure.
Nobody's going down. Just keep your motion check.
We can't go home. You heard what happened to Owen?
Yes, we can. Now get static. All right, we didn't find any rebels, so we couldn't have let them go, right?
No.
We just stick ahead. Feel okay about this.
First, let me say welcome to the Resistance, Captain. I'm sure you realize that Central thinks you're a spy. But I've reviewed your debriefing tapes, and I have a hunch that I understand what makes you tick. Enough so that I've persuaded Central to give you a chance. One shot, to prove your sudden change of heart. You are to spearhead an attack to take a consortium refinery offline, permanently. An informant will meet you there and provide you with a security card that will allow you entrance into the facility. Your principal objective is the thermal coupler on the 4th level. Once you have placed the pack, one of our extraction specialists will contact you with coordinates of the nearest teleport pad we can commandeer. Consult your data link if you have any further questions. Good luck. Maxis out.
3DO.
When the Imperium was formed, we knew times would change. They took our cities and our freedom. Then we found the weapon of our salvation. The Wraith, stolen from the Imperium's own armory, is the only one of its kind. The rebellion rallied around it as the symbol of our fight. The war was long and hard fought. We won. The Imperium war machine seemed defeated. We thought Emperor Castan was finished. We were wrong.
Sir, I'm receiving a strange signal from a remote planet in the Lian sector. It sounds like an encrypted Imperium code.
Alyssa just called. She'll be arriving tonight.
Do you really think it's okay having her stay with us?
The children don't know anything about it. Everything will be okay. Anyway, Ashley will be home soon. Don't look so worried. That might be Ashley.
I'll go and see.
Alan Hale. That Maxwell curse is...
The Nazome and Zerai clans anointed themselves as the Chosen Ones, a self-proclamation spurred by the acquisition of an ancient relic that bestowed great powers upon its possessors, but not the wisdom to wield that power. Led by their emperor, the Chosen Ones purged all resistance, annihilating entire races. The planet Hyperia fell into the war era.
Attention, all personnel. Emergency. Enemy ships approaching. Activate perimeter defenses.
In the end, the Chosen Ones achieved compliance, if not obedience. The years of ruthless supremacy that followed took its toll on the Emperor. In his old age, the dying Emperor entrusted the relic to its new heirs. A new era of peace and prosperity is about to begin, or so it seemed.
So, what's the situation?
It's now definite. The MRP defense budget is going to be wiped out as of midnight on December 31st.
What are the options?
We don't have any. All existing manned stations have to be automated within 60 days.
Tough schedule. Who's handling it?
Commander Shelford Pitts, Grade 6 Cyberneer from our Cybernetics Division.
Don't know him. Think he can do the job?
He's the best we've got. He keeps himself to himself. Under the circumstances, I think he'll be ideal.
Good. Are we still proceeding as planned for MRP 6F?
Yes. Everything is in place.
Gentlemen, this is the most critical moment in our company's history. I sincerely hope this plan works.
Incoming priority message. Stand by.
The information that follows is classified. I'm sorry to report that your senior officer, Cyberneer Commander Shelford Pitts, has unfortunately been killed while departing MRP-6E. We've received this footage of the accident from the Dynex mining facility on the planet. I've therefore been authorized under Taiwan Security Protocol to brief you as next in command for completion of defense station automation. We are due for an orbital pass of MRP-6F in 16 hours. Report to Shuttle Bay 15 1 hour before departure. You will be issued with an appropriate security pass for the station's VOS. I suggest you get some sleep, officer. You have a very busy day tomorrow.
Transmission terminated at source. Attention, incoming shuttle. You have passed the outer marker. You are on the glide path for Hangar A. Prepare for automated landing sequence. Please wait for clearance. Clearance confirmed. External pressurization complete. Please stand by. Welcome to MRP-6F. Proceed directly to the control room for your VOS mission briefing.
Sudden mission. That was Planet 220's search and rescue project. I have fought many battles and lost many of my men, but that was not all. The horror I saw was only a prelude to what was to happen later. I am Captain Nicola Michaud, the leader of UNF SCV Gallant, VFA 29.
This is Planet 220. Somebody respond, please. This is Planet 220. Can anyone hear me?
This is UNF Gallant. 220, report the situation.
I'm calling in for help. Please come.
Colonel Kinabalu, the transmission has gone dead.
Lieutenant Commander, proceed to 220 at once. Full speed.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant Commander Kars, red alert.
Yes, sir. Stryker, prepare for launch sequence. Launch all remaining. Cox to Charlie Flight. Initiate launch sequence.
Roger. This is Charlie Leader. Initiating launch sequence.
Delta Flight. Initiate launch sequence.
Roger. This is Delta Leader. Launch sequence initiated.
Charlie Leader Mashaw to Delta Leader.
This is Delta Leader Lang.
According to the orders, I will be in command of both Charlie and Delta.
Roger. Renix, D3. Delta Flight is now under the command of Charlie Leader Mashaw.
Roger.
Roger. Cox to Charlie and Delta Flight. Checking Alice.
Charlie Flight. Alice 1, 2, 3, normal. Delta Flight. Alice 1, 2, 3, normal.
All fighters, hold for further orders.
Roger. Lang to D3. How do you feel?
Fine, sir.
This is D3's first mission with Commander Renix. Take care of him.
Roger. D3, remember your training.
Yes, Commander Renix. Charlie and Delta, initiate final launch sequence.
Activate engine.
Roger.
Catapult intention. Launch aircraft.
Burner on. Maximum power.
Ready, go.
Gallant to Charlie Leader. Alpha and Bravo are currently engaged in combat. Attacking aircraft are friendlies.
Friendlies?
Why would our own fighters attack us?
Defense mechanism breakdown. Evade combat and enter from the ravine.
Roger that. Alice, change course.
Descending mode. Program start. SIF mode. Selector 3. Stand by for stratosphere entry. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. Electric potential rising. Surface temperature rising. Cooling system normal.
All pilots, deep dive through the ravine. We're heading toward the city. Alice, display map.
Flash. Dead ahead. Magnetic field detected. Caution. Magnetic reaction up.
The rock float is due to the magnetic field.
Charlie Leader to all units. Engage in combat.
This is Delta Leader. Renix, back me up. D3, fly low.
Roger.
That's me in there, Conrad Hart. Or maybe it would be more appropriate to say that's my body, lying in a tiny shuttle. Deep in cryogenic sleep for 50 years, I've been drifting around the cosmos alone. But however infinite the universe may be in size, you cannot be alone forever. sleep was suddenly interrupted. I came to and opened my eyes, only to realize that to my horror, I was back in the clutches of my worst enemy, the Morphs. And it didn't take them very long to decide my fate.
Welcome to the Luna Penitentiary, New Alcatraz. Easy to get in, impossible to escape, if you dare.
The Lizard was mistaken. We can escape in a cargo vessel. I'm John O'Connor. I was gonna take you with me when I escape, but you were out cold. By the way, I left you a few items of interest. You better grab your gear and move out. Maintain radio silence, and I'll contact you at the appropriate time.
Okay, Deuce, I'm in.
Ah, smashing. Do be careful, my dear. Donovan should have upped his security since your last visit.
You mean rebuilt his security. I blew up his house, remember?
Exactly my point. I'm sure he remembers as well. The scoundrel's goons are surely patrolling the entire jungle this time. Now see if you can find a place to install Valerie's systems link. That way we can monitor your progress from here. You did pack it, didn't you?
Yes, along with a sandwich and some milk. I've got everything Val-spec'd right here in my pack, including a handful of my homebrewed demolitions. Don't worry, Deuce, I'll be fine. Abby out. Huh? You wanted my demos? You got 'em, pal.
I'm a homicide detective from a neighboring state, and I've specifically come here for a very simple reason. I'm working as a guard for the VIPs at the Casino Hotel opening party.
Water! Water!
Well, this is an incredible horror show, eh?
No! This is real! Everyone, get out! Go to the exits! Hurry! Hurry up and get out!
What the heck is gonna happen?
The exit is blocked because of that fire. We'll have to try to get to another room. Freeze! Come any closer and I'll shoot, got it? Stop! I will shoot! Blast! You all right? What are they? Get out of here! They're vampires! This white water turns them back to normal. Here, use this. But what about you? I've got one more. Wait here. I'm gonna look around.
My daughter was kidnapped by a vampire. Please, help us. I have $500,000 for you now, and I will pay you another $2 million when you bring my daughter home safely.
It may be too late.
If she has already been taken by the vampire, and if she should ever be killed, let it be without suffering.
What is her name?
Charlotte. She is my most precious daughter. Now, hurry. My son has also hired other hunters.
12,090 AD. 10,000 years have passed since the final war brought the history of the human race to its end. The vampires have reigned over the world since that time. But now they are dying as a species. This is their final hour. The humans are regaining their power after many long, dark years. But some vampires remain in the remote region and continue their horrific attacks against humans. Such action has prompted the proliferation of bounty hunters to destroy them. Among these hunters, the Dunpeals, half vampire and half human, are considered the finest. In time, people began to talk about a young hunter of remarkable beauty and skills.
magical thoughts. All things are real unless you dream they're not. In your dreams, love is the plot, carried on wings of hope. Each of our souls intertwine when we do. Instantly we see it, the time to grow and be it, when everything is pinned on a hold. Let rise the dreams of your heart.
Hanging silently in space, the world in the shadow of the blue star was once a lonely, barren place, unfit for habitation. However, Althena took pity on that world and transformed it into a place of beauty and wonder. She called the new world Lunar. Time and circumstance conspired to force Althena to populate Lunar with people from the blue star, and, just as on the world from which they came, life was held in a delicate balance. Through times of peace, war, chaos, and battle, the blue star loomed as the only constant in the new world. Thousands of years passed, burying the origin and purpose of the blue star in the sands of time. Eventually, inhabitants of Lunar forgot why the blue star was there or how it came to be, until a girl awakened that could join the two worlds, or tear them apart forever.
This is not the time for my awakening. Something's gone terribly wrong.
Burke, we've lost contact with the colony on LV-426. Take Gorman and his team to investigate. We don't want anyone to learn that the company has deliberately infected colonists in order to smuggle alien specimens past ICC quarantine.
Yes, sir.
It's imperative that you get Ripley to trust you. She's familiar with the xenomorph, and we may need her help to bring one out alive.
Understood.
All right, understand this. The Bioweapons Division had orders to eliminate anyone who attempts to interfere. Obviously, they won't be aware of your team's mission.
Run a bypass.
Good luck, Ripley.
Accessing computer system. Security codes. We're in. Stay frosty, people.
Hey,